Oh my. Oh, hello there. Didn't see you come in.
My name is Zachary Taylor. I also go by Fenris sometimes, and I'm the host of Fenris and Friends, the top #1 gaming YouTube show of all time to the 57 people who watch it. It's 2013, the walls have been painted, the floor has been redone, I even got some posters used for backdrops. We're even using a new camera for this. Things have changed. And speaking of change, if you've been watching our show from the start, you might have the tiniest little inkling that we here on this channel like video games. And you'd be right in thinking that, my most observant viewers. But there are plenty of more things out there in the nerdverse for people like me to enjoy. And what's almost as big as gaming among nerds? Tabletop games? Overrun and swipe with everything.
That's game.
Yeah, I don't think so. Cosplay? Closer. Anime? Tetsuo! Yep, that's the one. Now, if you've never seen an anime, you must have been very careful, as they've been around for the last 50 years, and we saw a large boom of them here in America within the last 20 years with the likes of Pokemon, Digimon, and Dragon Ball Z. Now, for your information, my favorite anime series is Yu Hakusho, and my favorite anime movie is Summer Wars, but we aren't talking about those today. Let's jump back to video games for a second here. You know what video game character I really liked as a kid? This guy. Right here.
Yeah, him.
Sonic the Hedgehog and I have a lot in common, you see. We're both 21 years old, we love running, and we've both made some mistakes in our older years that we'd rather not talk about. Now, the interesting thing about characters like Sonic, Mario, and Mega Man was that when their popularity started picking up, companies started producing merchandise and media that had absolutely nothing to do with the games. Board games, breakfast cereal, and interestingly enough, cartoons. But we aren't talking about Sonic's dick cartoons like Adventures of, Sad AM, or even Underground. We're talking about anime today, remember? No! Not that one either. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the spectacle that is Sonic the Hedgehog, the movie. Sonic the Hedgehog the movie, as it is known here in North America, is an hour-long animated feature that was released in Japan as 2 separate OVA episodes. What's an OVA, you ask? Well, it refers to a type of anime that's different from TV series and movies. I mean, sure, I've watched about a straight week's worth of anime in my lifetime, but I'm more knowledgeable about games, so to find out what an OVA really is, I asked my local anime expert, XXRenXX. Original video animations, or original animated videos, OVA or OAV, are short anime intended to be released on VHS or DVDs, and not to be shown on television or as movies. Most anime in Japan are shown on TV or have a premiere in theaters if they're a movie, but OVAs don't do that. The most they get are maybe an ad or two, but are not actually fully shown. With that explanation over with, let's start the film. The movie opens up in what we can only guess is a laboratory of sorts as we see multiple shots of a strange blue robot. It's Metal Sonic. It's plainly Metal Sonic. I don't think that's much of a spoiler. I think anyone who's ever played a Sonic game ever will know it's Metal Sonic. I mean, he's been one of the most iconic villains ever since Sonic CD. Then we're given an expository monologue by a mysterious dark figure.
Finally, the only thing left to be done is to capture the essential life data from your counterpart. Then you will be complete.
But I wonder who that is. A new character, perhaps? Then, after the title, we're shown a place that is in fact not the floating island from Sonic 3, but a place called South Island, which apparently is the canon name for the location of Sonic 1. Sonic is all chillaxin', and Tails is starting to show signs of being a genius prodigy inventor.
Sonic! I finally finished it! See, isn't it great? It's a jet-propelled bodyboard.
Now, I am fully aware that the popular opinion among North American anime fans is that watching anime in Japanese is always better. I myself don't mind English dubs that much, but it's hard to deny that Tails' voice is my least favorite of the voice cast in this movie. You see, when the dubbing of this movie began, Tails' voice actress, Lainey Fraser, was a little under the weather, so Tails' voice is a bit nasally in the movie, which leads to some really annoying moments.
Help!
Anyways, after showing off to Sonic on his jetboard, an old owl appears in a burning plane. Alright, couldn't an owl just fly? Tails and the old man, as they call him, are about to crash into a rock face, and we finally get to see Sonic in action.
And trust me, this movie has the coolest portrayal of Sonic we've seen before Adventure came out.
I really like this segment. The animation really reminds me of the intro sequence to Sonic CD. After saving them and shocking the old man out of his catatonic state, he explains that Sonic and Tails have been summoned to meet President Clinton himself.
He wants us to come to the presidential house right away.
That's it, please hurry.
You know, it might have been easier if you just called to tell us that.
The duo strap into their awesome biplane and set course for the capital city zone, where the president actually turns out to be Theodore Roosevelt!
Before he got exposed for the Watergate scandal and got assassinated by John Wilkes Booth!
So, as usual, any form of human military has been totally useless against Robotnik, and he has the president and his daughter kidnapped. Speaking of the president's daughter, if you thought Elise from Sonic 06 was bad, meet Sarah, Elise's more useless, but equally bestiality-endorsing cousin.
I am not joking. I really wish I was.
Anyways, Robotnik explains that his robotic empire Robotropolis has been usurped by a robot roboclone of Robotnik and his robotic legion of robots. Metal Robotnik has rigged the city's generator to run overtime, and if it explodes, the entire planet will be destroyed. So Robotnik volunteers Sonic to go stop it because he's the fastest. But for some reason, nobody believes his story.
Someone tell me why I should trust Robotnik when 99 out of 100 times he's lying.
But what if this is that one other time?
I mean, it's not like he's given us any reason early on in the movie for us to doubt him, right?
Tails is given a plot device and they set off for Robotropolis, leaving Sarah and Robotnik to play Virtua Fighter, until they hop into a strange contraption and leave the capital city. Sonic and Tails crash into the planet's inner realm, the Land of Darkness, and they make their way to Soliana?
Huh, so the Land of Darkness is really the hell that all bad Sonic levels go to, huh? I bet if they look around more, they'll find Labyrinth Zone and Marble Garden here, too.
After realizing the effect that Robotnik's generator is already having on the world's environment, Sonic and Tails are attacked by Metal Robotnik himself, who has the amazing power of shooting glue! You'd think that sounds like a useless attack, but it actually proves to be quite effective against both Sonic and Tails. It seems the two are done for when Knuckles arrives!
Knuckles!
And he's got a sweet hat, too. It's sort of tough to explain his hat, you see. Knuckles never wore it in the games, and the only other instance I remember him wearing it is in the Archie comic books. Man, those were the days.
Sonic ends the boss fight by splitting Metal Robotnik in two, and Team Sonic races towards Robotropolis. They reach the generator moments before it's set to explode, and Sonic stops it, only for him to become trapped in a force field. This lasts only momentarily, as the generator crumbles, Metal Sonic is freed, and the real mastermind behind this plot shows himself.
Who is it? Who could this dastardly deviant possibly be?
What are Sarah and Robotnik doing out here together?
I get it. So you two were both Metal Robotnik.
You fell for my trap. You came all the way here and now you'll die here.
Robotnik? Seriously? You mean the shadowy character at the beginning of the movie was actually him? Damn it, he seems so trustworthy!
Anyways, Robotnik explains the details behind his true scheme, which I have to admit is one of the smarter plans he's ever come up with.
Invention ever. I call it the Hyper Metal Sonic. Sonic wasn't being electrocuted earlier. Instead, I was transferring his life data and collecting all the information essential to my creation.
Sonic fights Metal and gets his ass handed to him. Robotnik is convinced he's killed the Hedgehog for good, and Tails and Knuckles flee back to South Island to come up with a plan, only to find it totally trashed. Unbeknownst to everyone though, Sonic is still very much alive, and has discovered that he now too shares the mental link with Metal Sonic and can feel what he's thinking, which is destroy everything. Literally being turned on at the sight of mass destruction, Robotnik proposes to Sarah.
Once Metal has destroyed the land of the sky, we'll be the only ones left. Then we can get married and live out the rest of our happy lives together, Sarah.
It's an awkward moment. Sonic is blamed for the mass genocide that Metal is causing, and the president's first thought is to just call his house and ask what's going on.
Who is this?
Who are you?
I'm Knuckles. I'm Sonic's best friend.
Wishful thinking there, Knuckles.
Knuckles explains that to truly destroy the Land of the Sky, Metal has to destroy a northern glacier that holds the floating islands together. Unfortunately, Sonic hears all this information, which in turn is relayed straight to Metal Sonic. Literally everyone rushes to the North Pole to stop him. Being the fastest, Sonic arrives first with a vengeance, and he's ready to kick some ass.
What follows is probably the best line in the entire movie.
You might know everything I'm going to do, but that's not going to help you, since I know everything you're going to do. Strange, isn't it?
The two are evenly matched this time, but Knuckles, Tails, Robotnik, and Sara join the fray, which complicates things a little. Boob touch! Sonic and Metal continue to fight each other as the glacier becomes more and more destroyed. Knuckles is persuaded to reroute the magma.
Don't know.
Would you try for me, brave man?
Right, yes ma'am!
I bet you guys didn't even believe me about the whole bestiality thing, did you?
Huh? My hand's on fire! Help!
Knuckles' hat! No!
I will remember you. Will you remember me? Don't let your life pass you by.
I'll remember you. I'll remember you always.
Metal gets the upper hand on Sonic, and Sara makes futile attempts to save him when Tails uses the plot device Robotnik gave him at the beginning of the movie to hack into Metal Sonic. Metal's been dealt with for the moment, but who's this crashing into the ice caps? Why, it's Bill Clinton! But Metal is back again, scraped but still functioning, and even worse, Robotnik destroys the plot device. With a gun!
Robotnik, Sonic's standing right there. You could just shoot him. You know, for a man with an IQ of 300, you are really dumb.
The two fight for one last time before Sonic sends Metal flying into the President's ship. The President and the old man survive the explosion thanks to Metal Sonic, but the old robot's not looking so great anymore.
You were the chosen one who said that you would destroy the Sith, not join them. I hate you!
Nah, I'm just kidding. This is what really happened.
Grab a hold of my hand!
There is only one Sonic.
Guys, I get it. I finally understand it now. Metal Sonic wasn't just teaching Sonic a lesson. He was warning us of the future. Of Shadow and Silver and all the other monotonous side characters that have made the recent Sonic game so terrible. Why didn't we listen? Why? Why?
With Metal melted, the planet saved, and Robotnik's plan foiled completely, the characters run off into the sunset.
And that's Sonic the Hedgehog the movie. I rather like it. I remember renting it a couple of times from Blockbuster as a kid, and it always brings back good memories.
I mean, don't get me wrong, some parts of it are really dumb, and the dub could be so much better, but it's entertaining, and as a Sonic fan growing up in the 90s, I was happy to have anything where Sonic wasn't voiced by Jaleel White.
There's nothing more cool than being hugged by someone you like. But if someone tries to touch you in a place or in a way that makes you feel uncomfortable, that's no good.
Alright, yeah, thanks Sonic, we get it. Anyways, thanks for watching my second full-length review and joining me in celebrating 2 years of Fenris and Friends. I've had a great time making this show, both for and with you guys. And this concludes Season 2, but don't worry, I'll be back soon enough.
I'm Zachary Taylor, and I hope you enjoyed my movies as much as I made making them.
Gonna wreck it!
Holy shit! It's Ricket Rolf!
You, sir, have no right to use my likeness in your video.
But, Ralph, this movie isn't even about you. It's about Sonic.
Oh yeah, old Sonic's just so great, isn't he? I mean, why was he even in my movie? Like, it's not exactly like he was an arcade character. Sir? It's not a medal.
Yup.
See you around. I have an anniversary party to wreck. Peace!
Okay then. Well guys, Until next time, as far away as that may be, this is Fenris, signing out.